We got a pizza. For how much?
$4.99.
For $4.99.
Probably too good to go.
And how is it? Take a piece there. Normally this pizza is probably 15 euros in Lisbon, like.
And it was freshly made for us.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And it's good.
Also in Lisbon, we went to a bakery because we needed bread. And with Too Good To Go we got this. This is a really good one.
Yeah.
This is some sort of smaller buns and some pastries as well. So mission complete, we got bread, but we got actually plenty of bread.
That's the bread. And then we've still got 2 of these sweet buns and 6 of these, like pastry biscuits.
Schweinsohren in German.
2 of these things. Some pastry. These things, they look like pastel de nata, which is a traditional pastry from Lisbon. And there's something that blogs about what to do in Lisbon say you should eat. So we got some now. And lastly, there's this. It's got some like jam
Fluff
or
pastry.
jelly inside.
Puff pastry.
Puff pastry with some stuff inside.
So all this for 3 euros. That's a good one. Look at those scooters. And now look at the bricks.
Luciano. So this one turned out to be much bigger than we thought. We couldn't find very much parking in the city because, as with most cities, there's not much parking in the centre. It's not very safe when you've got all your belongings in your house, in your car. So we parked a little bit outside, or so we thought. However, it turned out we were like an hour and a half walk from kind of the edge of the centre. So we had to find another way to get into Lisbon. And we discovered that there's lots of electric scooter companies, and so Paul did some research on to find which is the best one.
From all the many choices of companies that there are in Lisbon, we choose Bolt, and it wasn't the best. It was the cheapest, so they say, but, well, maybe it was just us, but we didn't have the best experience with it. Number one, the app, at least on my phone, didn't work. It was super broke, and the worst moment was when I rented a scooter for trying it out, and I couldn't stop renting it, and I was paying for a scooter that I wasn't able to ride because it didn't unlock the scooter.
The scooter was broken, I think.
But either way, we had that plenty of times that my app was super broke. Number two, Lisbon has a lot of cobblestone roads still, which is very nice, but on scooters, your hands are just constantly feeling the vibration of the road on the handles, which is very uncomfortable. And there are some scooter companies that have air suspension on the front on their scooters. And I think driving on cobblestone roads, this is super, super, super comfortable. And we then later on figured that in other towns there are also from Bolt scooters with air suspension. However, in Lisbon we didn't see one. And that's why I would recommend to maybe just, grab another app and some other scooters with air suspension, and where potentially the app is also working properly. I have a normal phone that is not very old, and it was just super buggy.
Also, we thought it's probably not worth it to get a day pass, so we were paying by the minute. However, after an hour of riding it, we were like, we've already paid more than we would for a day pass, so we tried to get those, which was another complication for me. I don't know, it was being very slow, the app, again, and it just wasn't quick enough to actually get the payment done. So then I had to continue paying by the minute for a while, and then later on I could actually get the full day pass, but I'd already spent lots of money on by the minute.
But yes, the day pass is a good
worth
option.
Because you spend the same amount in 1 hour there as you do with a day pass, at least with Bolt. Also, because Lisbon is so big, and we didn't quite estimate that, we actually couldn't see most of the stuff we had wanted to, because everything was like a full hour away from the other things. So we kind of had to restrict. The main mission was getting books, because I was running low on books. We found a lovely travel bookshop. Name will be here. And also we found this really cool bookshop in like an industrial area called, like the industrial area is called Alex Factory. So it was old factory buildings. They were kind of that had now become like art studios and little shops, and the bookshop was in a old newspaper factory. It was very cool, very cool. However, books are expensive. Also, on Google I found a really cool looking pink street, and we got there, and it was a disappointment. It wasn't very pink, and there was like a little area that was like properly pink, and everyone was taking photos there, but otherwise, I mean, there were dodgy guys trying to sell you drugs that were probably fake drugs. It's quite a lot. We'll have sushi for lunch tomorrow as well. But it's a bit loose and quite thick. But I didn't have the rolling thing. I used a tea towel, except I didn't actually use a tea towel really. I just kind of rolled it by hand. So that's probably why it's quite loose. But excited to have sushi. At the time that this video comes out, we will be probably in Andorra or getting to Italy, and on our way to Italy. So if you have any recommendations for Andorra or Italy, please let us know in the comments. And that's us for this video, so goodbye and thank you for watching.
See you next time. Boo boo boo.